Hello everyone, my name is Reena Dattatray Salunkhe and I am here to speak about Bharat at 100. So, we are celebrating our 74th Independence Day, and if we look back in the 73 long years, we as a nation has done lot more progress than expected in every field, in every area till now. But we are yet to achieve more. Still, we are a developing country, and my target is that to make my country, India, a developed country. And I believe it's just not my aim, but this is evenly true for rest of the billion people out there. We Indians had a vision of India 2020, where we expected India to be a developed country by the year 2020. And this vision of India 2020 was proposed to us by the missile man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And unfortunately, we had not succeeded in our goal. We have not yet a developed country, and we have to work to. Now, it's a high time. It's time for our generation to fulfill this goal of a developed nation. Now, when I say I want my country to be a developed nation, a developed country, what exactly do I see my nation in the future? And what do I mean by the term development? So, basically, I want to see my Bharat at 100 as I want a nation where rural and urban divide has reduced, a nation which has adequate access to energy and quality education, a nation where agriculture, industry and service sector work together in symphony, a nation which has education with value system, a nation which is a destination for most talented scholars, scientists, innovators, investors, a nation where governance is transparent, responsive and corruption free. I want a nation where poverty has totally eradicated, illiteracy removed, crimes against women and children are absent, none in the society is alienated. A nation where, I want a nation that is prosperous, healthy, secure, devoid of terrorism, peaceful, happy, and continuous with sustainable growth path. I want a nation where each and every individual of the country is independent, educated, and self-reliant. So I mentioned about what I want my India to be in the future. But the question that you might ask me is that, hey Reena, you said so easily that I want my nation to be a developed nation in terms of economy, education, and blah blah blah. But how do you achieve that? How do we achieve that? That's the biggest question. So you people are asking me a lot of questions, right? Okay, so let me answer you that. I would like to display for you some important factors and solutions which are surely help to achieve our target. So listen carefully. So let me present to you our aiming factor, our goal, that is economy. We all for sure know that economy plays an important and vital role in nation's progress. But do you know how? So okay fine, I'll ask you a quick quiz. Do you know that India has got a huge wealth, a biggest wealth, a secret one that no one else in the world has? You know what's that? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer. So let the countdown begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you get that? Yes? No? Confused? Okay. So the biggest wealth of India is its people. Yes, the youth of India, the minds with new ideas, and no one, literally no one in this world has got such a huge population of youth, and that's our biggest advantage. And we need to utilize the wealth for a purpose. So first, what we need to do is we need to tackle the problems and find solutions towards the same. Now, the biggest problem that we are facing is that India is a market, a huge market for the rest of the world. The countries like China, America, Japan, all the outsiders are coming and selling their products in India be it in terms of in every field literally. I mean, be it in terms of technology or in our daily consumption needs, everything they have conquered. So now it's a high time. We need to go beyond market. We have to create Indian products. We cannot be the market for rest of the world. We cannot be the market for rest of the world. We have to create other countries the market for India, for Indian products. So we have to take this tag, so-called tag, made in India globally. We have to create a global market for Indian products. Now, the question that you might ask me, how do we do that? There are almost more than 3 million people who are getting graduated and coming up with degrees, and they're applying for the jobs. And not everyone manages to get a right job. And hence, many of them remains unemployed. So it's a time when India needs trained employment generators rather than employment seekers. India needs a large number of entrepreneurs. They all can start up with a small enterprise. And I think we can change our syllabus where universities, in addition to the syllabus, can teach the students about how to be an employment seeker, how to be an employment generators rather than employment seekers. Now, this education or can be in any field. Now, it can be in technology, pharmacy, or even in agricultural. Now, it's not just that to teach them about that, but we also need to teach them how to take risk, because in my definition, entrepreneurs is not the only one who has new ideas, new talent, but is one who is ready to take a risk. The second thing is that there is a need to provide them up with an opportunities for upcoming entrepreneurs, not just entrepreneurs, but for upcoming talent, new ideas, new innovations. We have to provide them up with opportunity. See, we have lot of talent around us, but what we lack is opportunities. The next thing is that what can government do for this? So, first, government need to focus on research and development in every field, that is of science, technology, space, and medicine, because research plays a very important role and it's really important. Now, at least I think government should compulsorily invest 3 to 4% in research and development, which is not happening, and create its own production hub. By doing this, surely we can achieve our target. Surely we can achieve our target, and this aim should be of each and every individual, as it's my aim. Now, it's time to move to our most important topic, which is also something of my interest. That is contribution of women in India's economy. Now, contribution of women to the country's GDP is currently just 18%, one of the world's lowest. Now, with only 25% of India's labor force being female. Now, according to a report by the McKinsey Global Institute, India could add up to $770 billion, which is more than 18% to its GDP by 2025. Simply by giving equal opportunities to the women. Isn't that amazing? I mean, women have proved themselves in every field, literally in every field, be it in home science or be it in rocket science. So I think I can see this without having even a grain of doubt that women can perform better and give equal competitions to men. It's time when women do contribute equally in their country's economy. Now, at least those who are getting opportunities, the educated women, please utilize your opportunities not only for yourself but for your nation. As pointed out by the government's latest economic survey, there are 21 million unwanted women in the country today. So you can just think about it. I mean, 21 million unwanted women. So it's just not that women are not working. They all are working. so hard. They all are working so hard, but all in informal sector where they're not getting recognized financially. So ladies, it's time to count your progress economically. Now government really needs to work for it. Opening bank accounts and providing women with credit card will not help, because there are many women who even don't know how to operate that cards. It's time to introduce them with technology, mobile phones, which is really important. Because if I see that, I would be considered wrong that a transparent, that is roads and railways, are not the actual nervous system of our country, but network mobile phones are the actual nervous system of our country. And the biggest example that I can give right away is that due to this pandemic COVID-19, when everything was locked down, we don't have access to transport, we were not able to travel, everything was closed, work from industries, working sectors, we all were still connected to each other via network and mobile phone. We still feel connected, we could work from home. So that's the biggest example that I can give you at this point. And that's why it feels really important to introduce them with technology, mobile phones, e-commerce, because e-commerce plays a very important role. Over there, everything from job, business, everything is online, and hence it's an advantage. We are almost covered our economic factor, and now we are moving to our next factor, without which we cannot achieve our first factor, that is economy. So our next factor is education. Yes, personally believe that without education we cannot do anything. Education is the key which will take us to the path of success. Education is the ultimate power in this whole world with which we can achieve anything, literally anything. Before solving any problem in this world, we first need to change the mindset of people, and knowledge and education has that power which can bring transformation. Therefore, I believe parents and teacher has an important role to play in child's future, as they are the ultimate guiders and teachers. I would like to say, a saying said by a Greek philosopher and teacher, that is, give me a child for 7 years. Give me a child for 7 years, then let the god or devil take the child. They cannot change his mind. And that's the power of teaching. And we have to utilize this power. We have to make our India in a way, India where each and every individual is educated, and we have to provide this education with value system, and surely we will achieve our target. So fine, you all must be thinking that we have done all the possible solutions and we are good to go, but then let me tell you, we are not at done. We are just remaining with last factor, just last, so bear with me, because I think without this, rest all we did, everything is great. So last factor is health. Did I say health? Yes, you heard me right. The question that you asked me at this point is that, where on earth does my health has to do with my country's progress? That's where we go wrong. That's where we go wrong. We choose to neglect this topic completely, because if you don't have this wealth, that is health, then the rest of the other wealth that you have is a waste. Here I am referring to health. Now here, when I'm referring to health, I'm not just referring to physical health, but I'm also referring to physical, mental and social wealth as well, because it's really important. Because when you as an individual are healthy, then ultimately India is healthy, and when we are healthy, our body is fit, then we can do everything. Yes, and I think you believe that. An example I don't think I give, because this is the present scenario that which we have in front of us with COVID-19, because of which everything has stopped. Everything has stopped, and the important, utmost important that we are given is to health. So how important is that? You all know it very well. So thank you so much for being the patient listeners, and I would like to say something at the end, that is, you all must be having a sense, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do all these things? I'm enjoying my life, I'm good with it. Then why do I have a need to do that? All the stuffs. Then let me tell you, you have to do it for your nation. Why? Because I personally believe each and every individual has an obligation towards his family, obligation towards this society, an obligation towards this nation. My aim is to fulfill this obligation. And you know what? We live once, only once. So live your life in a way that not just the world or the people around you, but you yourself should be proud that yes, that's the life I have lived. I repeat, live your life in a way that not just the world or the people around you, but you yourself should be proud that yes, that's the life I have lived. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.